What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My tripod's a little fucked up. I don't have the top piece of it that actually holds the phone or the camera. So I just got y'all rigged up there, so hopefully it stays up long enough for me to make this video. But coming to y'all today to talk about DC, Daniel Cormier. What can I say? He's been fucking up lately, man. He has. I know there's a little thing here a while ago with Connor and him on Twitter. I don't have Twitter, but I've seen it. Connor calling him a drunk and all that. And I don't know, Connor's the last motherfucker in the world that should be calling anybody a drunk, but, maybe he's got some inside information that we don't have. He's talking about how DC's, drunk on broadcast, fucking, just being ignorant and fucking shit up. So, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, maybe he knows something we don't. But, I just want to get y'all's opinion on it and tell you my opinion, give you, my perspective, my point of view on it. I think you should cut the dude some slack. I really do. Shit happens. I mean, you're on a live broadcast. I mean, shit's gonna happen. So, just cut dude a little bit of slack. I know it ain't the first time, so that's the reason he's catching this shit. So, I understand, but I'm just saying, you gotta cut dude a little bit of slack. I know he's been doing it for like 4 years now, but really, in the whole grand scheme of it, that's still pretty new to the game, So, I don't know. I think you just maybe go a little bit easier on the guy. I've seen some motherfuckers out there roasting him, bro, fucking just killing him for this shit. But what he did, what he has been doing, is honestly pretty disrespectful. It is. I ain't gonna lie to you. He's been forgetting fighters' names and stuff on, live on air, and just pretty much just showing blatant disrespect in my opinion. Because if you respect the dude, like you don't even respect dude enough to know his fucking name. You just watched his fight, main event, you know what I mean? And you're gonna go in there and you don't even know his name. Like, it's shitty. And it's not an isolated incident, it's really not. That's not the first time he's done it. He's done it a few times. So that's the only reason I'm even making this video and talking about it in the first place, really. Is just, hopefully he sees all this shit, all these people talking about it and everything, and, decides he wants to do better and start doing better. Because I like DC, I really do. He's pretty funny. He could be funny at times and stuff, and I don't mind him being a broadcaster at all. He's got great insight on wrestling, grappling, and all that. He was a fighter himself, a great fighter. He's been in there with the best of them. You know what I mean? So it's great to have people like that on the commentary team, in my opinion. I believe, going down the road, which is, what they're doing anyway. But I believe that's what should happen. Is the fighters should make that transition and become, company men, start doing the interviews and the broadcasts and shit like that. And like I said, that's what they've been doing. Respect to the UFC for that. Instead of pulling, motherfuckers on just from off the street on the outside, or some dude with a big name, that does interviews and shit, and pulling them in and having them do stuff like that. I really respect them keeping it, in the business and bringing fighters up and allowing them to have a career after fighting. So, I really do respect the fuck out of that, and I don't want to see DC go nowhere because that's his livelihood, that's his job, that's how he makes his money. I'm sure he's got other incomes, sure, but that's probably this one from the broadcasting is probably the biggest one. But we'll get back into what he's been doing. Sean Brady, he just had a fight recently, and when DC went into the cage, he didn't know the dude's name. He just kept calling him my man, my man. And somebody, I don't know if it was the earpiece or they ended up actually saying it live on the broadcast. I think from the videos I was watching, I actually didn't catch it on the broadcast when I was watching it, but they either told him in the earpiece or, they said it aloud and, he heard it or whatever. But he eventually got it and said it. And old dude, Sean, he even called him out in his little interview afterwards. He was, it was just joking. He was being, friendly and shit. They were just joking. But he did let him know that it was pretty fucking disrespectful. He told him it was disrespectful as fuck. So, and it is, man. These dudes go in there, and he, out of all people, he should know. These dudes go in there putting their fucking life on the line. They put everything they got into this shit. They've been for months in a training camp just busting their ass, you know what I mean? Working their fucking ass off, trying to get there. And then they get there on that big moment, ready to hear their fucking name on that big stage. They just got that win. Fuck yeah. Oh, wait, what? Dude don't know my name? Fuck. Like, what? It's just shitty, man. He shouldn't be putting fighters into that situation, in my opinion. Because just imagine if that was him. You know what I mean? He'd be pissy over that. He really would. Just knowing how he is, he'd be real shitty over that. He just I mean, honestly, think about it in your head. Could you imagine DC out there fighting, winning a big fight, and then somebody getting on the mic and not knowing his fucking name? You know what I mean? And I understand Sean is not, nowhere near DC's level. DC's way up here. I get that. Surely people know DC's name and should know his name. I get that. And Sean, he's coming up. But still, like, that's your job, man. If that's your job, you got to do your job and you got to know these guys' names. And you can't be messing up like that. I've heard him do it multiple times. Like I said, this is not an isolated incident. This is maybe the third or fourth time now. I can't really remember the other ones he's done, but this has happened a few times, and along with a few other things. Like a lot of people get on him for, like, as he's and I can't say a whole lot about this because I really do it myself because my brain works faster than my mouth. So, like, as I'm talking, I'll kind of not really forget, but I'll be thinking of this shit, and I'll kind of just maybe stop what I'm saying, or something. A lot of people get on to him for that. He'll be, mid-broadcast, fucking, in the middle of a sentence and then just stop and, never even finish it. Or, just start something else completely. Like, that's not good broadcasting. If you're on a broadcast, you need to kind of, make sure you don't do things like that. You should be clear and, have people know exactly what the fuck you're talking about and finish your statements. But in the grand scheme of it, like I said, he's still pretty new. He's only been doing it for, I think, 3, 4... probably about 4, maybe 5 years. I mean, that's a while, it is, but that's a whole different line of work that really us normal people don't really even know nothing about. I couldn't fucking really imagine getting out there and having to get up there on a mic and do all that shit. I would have a fucking heart attack. I really would. I got nervous. I get nervous speaking in public and shit. I really don't like it. I don't know why. It don't matter. I can know everyone in the room, every single motherfucker in the room. And I don't like being that center of attention and having all the eyes on me and everybody listening to what I'm saying. I just don't. I know that's weird. I'm on a YouTube channel saying this. Like, I get that. But, in real life, like, I fucked through my wedding. I got married to my wife, and I kept that shit as short and, simple, sweet as possible because I was so afraid that I was going to be up there, trying to say vows and shit and just, stumble on my words, get all nervous and just pass the fuck out, you know what I mean? Like, I was really worried about that. So, I got huge respect for anybody that can even get out there and do that type of shit in the first place. Because it's hard, man. It is. It's not easy. It really isn't. But, at the end of the day, I guess all I'm trying to say is if you are going to continue to do that, you need to, work on it and get better. Because, I mean, I've heard him, granted, it's some crazy names. We got all these Russian dudes coming in and shit with these fucking wild names. Granted, most of the time I've heard him say this, it's a pretty wild name. But I've even heard him open the event. I ain't even gonna try to remember that name. I ain't even gonna try to say that name. He said that on live broadcast several times. Like, that's just a little unprofessional to me. But at the same time, it does give it like a little level of like humanity and like a little bit of comedy in there, kind of, which is nice, to break things up. But at the end of the day, like I said, you gotta show respect to these fighters because if it was you would want that respect, and you know that. So, you know what I mean? Give these guys the same respect. I appreciate y'all watching. Like, subscribe, share, all that good shit. I'm out.